What's going on, people, and welcome back to Rootz TV. I thought I'd just do a little reaction video to last week's Nationals, and maybe I might start doing more of this sort of stuff. Maybe call it like Rootz Reacts or something like that. Just purely unfiltered, off the cuff, and just, you know, give my thoughts on what's going on. But yeah, I thought I'd talk about the C4 Powerleague Nationals that happened up in Birmingham. First things first, why wasn't Rootz there? I keep hearing that. Why wasn't I there? So, in all honesty, I wasn't there because I wasn't paid to be there. Like, I had another job on anyway, but I wasn't paid to be there. And you're probably thinking, oh, Rootz, it's all about the money. Well, it kind of is. Like, I made the leap of faith like 2 years ago to do this full time. So I need to get paid for my time. So imagine me taking time out to drive 2 hours there, 2 hours back, stay there for the whole day to then come back for content where I can literally just do a job that's close to me and actually get paid for it. So yeah, it's not like it was run by, you know, two small companies like C4, Energy, and then Powerleague are two massive companies that turn over millions of pounds. So again, if they wanted to set aside a marketing budget with someone that's kind of aligned, not even kind of, is aligned with grassroots football, then look no further. So they know where I am. They could have approached me if they really wanted to get me involved, but they didn't. So, you know, I've got to make grown-up decisions and say, okay, my time is better off put elsewhere. So that's the main reason why I wasn't there. I wasn't running scared of anyone. You know, I know where Birmingham is. You know, I used to go university close to there, so I could have driven up there after my gig, but I wasn't paid to be there, so I'm not going to be running this channel, aka business, at a loss anymore. Before, people would just kind of put up the bat signal and Rootz will come running. It's not like that anymore. Like, I literally do this full time. So I haven't got another job to supplement this. Some people might think I'm a millionaire or something like that, and I can just afford to go here, there, and everywhere just for content, whereas content is hit and miss. Sometimes you could do 1 million views and smash it. Sometimes you could do 10,000 views. Sometimes you could do 1,000 views, and then you still have to pay the same bills. You still have to pay for petrol. You still have to pay for costs. You still have to pay for bills, you know, normal stuff. So I'm like you, like, I can't afford to go to work to do it for free, just the same way you can't afford to go to Tesco's and do it for free. Do you know what I'm saying? So please bear that in mind for next season when you're thinking about your tournaments, your leagues, and you want to get Rootz involved because he's got a platform. I've built this platform pretty much single-handedly, but I can't run it without getting, you know, reimbursed for my time and my efforts and everything that comes with it. So that's the first thing. Secondly, of course, congratulations to Filthy Stars League, whatever name they're going by, who eventually won the competition. Shout out to them as well. And yeah, I'd just like to say, once again, I told you so. Even though my ears were burning, Ike, I was about to say Money, but Money did actually apologise. But Ike, if you're listening, which you will be, I want the apology to be as loud as the disrespect, because I heard my ears, or I felt my ears ringing all throughout there saying, where's Rootz? Where's Rootz? When you're forgetting the clip from the conversation before backing you guys. Insert the clip. You're saying B2R in the final, yeah?
Right now, I think, yeah, I'm going to say B2R.
Who else is going to be joining them in the final?
SC Dons.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Ooh. See, I'm not rolling out Stars, you know. I think Stars might have it, you know.
Do you reckon?
I think it might be a B2R Stars final. Ooh. And I think Stars might win it. I think it might be on like pens or something like that. Because again, like, Stars have got players, man. They've got Smalls, obviously.
Of course they do. They've got ballers,
Izzy.
They've got proper ballers.
What, you just did that with them?
Yeah, but it's dramatic effect. Theatrical effect, even.
You see, like, if you take time sometimes, take a touch and then actually listen to what I said. It's not what Apple says and Rootz says is combined, because if that's the case, then both of us are right. Apple simply went with B2R. He said he was there, them the guys. I said otherwise. I said it's Stars, and lo and behold, Rootz knows ball. And I'll tell you the reasons why I know ball and the reasons why I went for Stars. They've been doing this for a while now, like, been winning competitions. Do you know what I mean? Especially this year, and we'll get into that in a bit, but they've been successful. So when you look at all the top teams, and people will just allude to the big three, which they have every right to, Dons, B2R, and Stars. Dons are in a, I hate to use this, but again, it's like a rejuvenation process where they're getting new blood in. So again, they still need to acclimatise to the way of Dom playing, which is different to odds. And obviously the bombshell that was dropped on them when Oz came in late into the team, and obviously was meant to obviously play for Kings. If you didn't know, now you know. So obviously when you're set up one way, but now you got to play a different way, especially so close to the actual competition itself, because obviously throughout the week and weeks beforehand, people were entering multiple tournaments, trying to get their reps in, trying to make sure that they're ready for the competition. But then you've got to play a different way. It can affect them. Then you've got B2R the same, who've pretty much had half of their team ripped out of them, should I say, courtesy of Dons. So now they're going through a new process of getting new players in. And then obviously they missed KO5 on the day as well. So again, I didn't know that going into that, but I just thought to myself, Stars seems like a safe bet. I'm not usually a betting man, but Stars seems like a safe bet because they've played together, they've been winning together, so it made sense for them. Well, it made sense for me to bet on them, and lo and behold, I was right. So that's the reason why I decided to go with Stars, and I was right. You know what I mean? You know? And then with that, I thought to myself, hold on a minute, there's got to be more to it than that. There's actually got to be more to it than that, because now it's not a fluke. People can't say it's, they've done it once or twice. Look, there's been 4 major tournaments in my eyes, 4 major tournaments this year, 2025, which is BL Ballers, A1, Turbo Ams, and obviously this one. And Stars League have won 2 out of 4. Do you know what I mean? So they've been doing this. And someone that's been front and centre of it, or a couple of players who've been front and centre of it, has been Smalls, aka Amin Belaid, if you're from Powerleague world and not too sure on what he's been called beforehand. So that's led me to believe, I think Smalls is actually the best player in small-sided football right now. Like, in 5-side football, hands down. I know people are thinking, huh? What? Rootz doesn't usually come and give his opinions on the rest of it. Usually it's me asking the guests, but for me this time round, I'll let my nuts hang, as they say. And I'll say that I think Smalls, aka Amin Belaid, is the best 5-side player in 2025. And I'll tell you why, I'll qualify my statement. If you look at the back end of last year, the first Kings of the Pitch tournament, who won it? Stars League. Who's the player of the tournament? Smalls, okay? That's 2024, but I know I said 2025, let me land. Then like I said before, 4 major tournaments. Who won 2 out of 4? Stars League. Who has played in 2 out of 4? Smalls. You all see now the goal that he scored in the final when he's megged Dom and then he scored from an acute angle. You really should have no chance of scoring from that angle, but he did. That's a clutch player. I'm surprised he's not playing for Chloe Kelly. Do you know what I mean? That's, if you know, you know. But again, do you know what I'm saying? So again, he's been there, done it, bought the t-shirt, worn the t-shirt, earns the t-shirt. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's done it on that scale. Then if you're looking at the pro side of things, because now you've got to look at Ball League as pro level. It's the elite of the elite. He's done it last season. Top 3 goal scorers, putting up stats upon stats. So again, not only has he done it in the 5-a-side scene, but he's also done it in the pro scene. For me, Smalls is number 1. I dare you argue me. I know people might have their favourites. People might say Ard, people might say KO5, people might say Dom, people might say Oz, Haas, whoever. Cool, that's fine. But you're now tuning into Rootz TV, and I'm saying that he is the best player. And then others may follow suit. So again, you've got the likes of Izzy. Again, he goes under the radar. But again, he's been in those 2 competitions that they've been successful in. So again, shout out to Izzy. He even got a cheeky little slaggy moment in there in the B2R top earlier this year. Yeah, don't think I didn't see that, my boy. And then also you've got to throw Haf into the mix. So again, if I was to make a top 5, those 3 would be in the top 5. That's what I'm saying. Again, feel free to argue in the comments who's your top 5, who's your number 1. But for me right now in 2025, Amin Belaid, aka Smalls, is number 1. Argue in the comments. Now, I also wanted to get into some feedback because obviously I didn't go to the heats, I didn't go to the nationals, but people want to feed information back to me, being the man that I am, what I run, what I represent. And I thought, if no one else is going to say it, I'm going to say it. And I'm not going to feel any way about it. If people from C4 Powerleague want to watch it and take it on board and not feel too bad about it, then cool, take it on board. It's feedback, because at the end of the day, we all want 5-a-side football to grow and get better. So let's address the elephant in the room, the price. For a tournament of this magnitude that's got players twerking, going to Cardiff, Brighton, Luton, that are not from these areas, Manchester, you know. The prize is England tickets. Now, bearing in mind, all of last year there was money flying about here, there and everywhere. 5 Trafford, 10K, the Nationals, 10K, 1K tournaments here, 1K tournaments there. To throw England tickets and some C4 energy drink vouchers or merchandise into the mix, you can do better. You can do better. Like I said at the top of this video, these are 2 big colossus businesses that can throw some money behind it. It doesn't even necessarily have to be money. Sometimes it could just be, you know, a holiday like Turbo does, or it could be some free kits like 5 Trents have done. Do you know what I mean? The league that I'm part of. So sometimes it doesn't always necessarily have to be money, but to give England tickets that you probably got free complimentary, it's skimping out a little bit, I'll be honest with you. For all these teams that are coming here, there and everywhere, it could have been done a little bit better than that. Then also I want to get into the heat side of things. There's too many. It's too many heats. I know you wanted everyone to qualify, but when I'm hearing that 3 teams have only turned up to this one and then this team's got a bye because there's no one turned up to that one, I think you've oversaturated it. I'm sure there weren't that many heats for the Ladbrokes National last year, and it just makes sense like to kind of narrow it down. You want the creme de la creme. You don't want just everyone getting a bye just because no one's turned up. Like even on the day now, teams are not turned up because of the next one, or the next suggestion that I'm going to give, is that it's held on a Saturday. Why are you holding a tournament on a Saturday? If it's during the summer, I get it, because it's pre-season, non-league ballers are not playing ball, then cool. But we're in season now, we're in October, we're well into the non-league season. People are going to prioritise their £300, £400 at non-league level, whatever it be, step 3, step 4, over some England tickets. It's common sense now. Do you know what I mean? And I would do the same. I have no, listen, non-league ballers that wanting to play in that, I'm not against that at all. Go and get your bread. If you're getting £80, £200, £400, it makes sense. Why would you then give up that money just so you could have bragging rights and some England tickets? Like, you did the right thing. But for a brand point of view, if you wanted the creme de la creme players, consult with people that have been doing this and say, is it right to have it on a Saturday? Probably not. Have it on a Sunday. More people are free. Do you know what I'm saying? So that would be my bit of feedback. Oh yeah, another thing that just annoyed me as well is like teams no-showing as well. Like you guys knew this was going to be on a Saturday. So you've gone through all the efforts of qualifying at said heat and then you're not turning up on the Saturday. Like surely you would have read the fine print and seen that the final was going to be on a Saturday. Like stuff like that is just really annoying because again now, teams are getting buys through to the quarterfinals and all the rest of it. Even I'm hearing about plates. Now, this is no disrespect to Pathetico or Sports Attire or whoever entered this plate edition, but plate sounds very like, I don't know, youth football where you want everyone to win. No, I want there to be one clear defined winner. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, that's what I'm used to. I'm not used to like, let's celebrate 2nd and 3rd place and do you know what I mean? Like, you celebrate the winner, and that's it. Like, the winner's the winner. You know who came 2nd because they were in the final. I don't know if you're just trying to make up time or trying to get more games because a lot more people dropped out than you thought. But again, that comes with the consequences of having games on a Saturday in Birmingham. Again, with the majority of teams being from London. But again, you know, I get why you had it in Birmingham. You've got to be fair. It's the middle of the land, literally. But stuff like that is just like, I think this needs to be revisited. Again, if this is meant to happen again, prize money or a bigger prize or a better prize, the day, the heats, the coverage, all of that needs to be made more into a thing because for me, I've seen better nationals run by independents. Like shout out Turbo, I know he gets it in the neck all the time with the controversial decisions that happen at his events, but his events are more nationals than the actual nationals. You know, the Kings of the Pitches 1 and 2 are more nationals than the nationals. When you can get the creme de la creme together on a day that suits everyone, or the majority, should I say, that feels like more of a nationals when there's something at stake, there's pride at stake, and then you can watch it back, and then you can build it into something else. And then there should be a series of events that follow. Like, I don't want this just to be a one-off and then you don't hear about this combination for a while now. Like, this should be a series. So for me now, a lot more thinking needs to go into this. I feel like it's kind of like slap together, oh, we need to do something, you know, let's put this event on and this, but consult with people like myself, or consult with other people that have been doing this for a while now, because small-sided football is taken seriously now. You only got to look at Powerleague to see that it's been taken more seriously now. So allow the people that are taking this more seriously to be taken more serious. Do you get what I'm saying? Am I making sense here? Rather than just kind of throwing on something and then thinking everyone's going to rock up, because there's teams that should have been in there before. You know what, I'm not giving up my Saturday for this. I'm not giving my Saturday up for England tickets. I'm not trekking all this way around the country for that. And people were twerking for it. Listen, I hear it in terms of bragging rights, but sometimes it's got to make sense as well. Do you know what I mean? The risk has got to be worth the rewards. That's all I'm saying. So for anyone who's watching from those two brands or any upcoming tournaments, come on, bear that in mind now, because there's people that are putting their heart, blood, sweat and tears into this scene, helping to elevate it, help to grow it. But sometimes it's like, come on now, you guys are taking the mick now. We're going back rather than forward. Really and truly now, off the back of 2024, where you had 2 big events with 10K at stake, we should be elevating it and taking it to the next level, not bringing it back down to like rinky-dink medals and trophies and all the rest of it that you're just going to lose at the back of the sofa. And then lastly, but no means least, why are you not allowing teams to film? I'm hearing all sorts of excuses. Oh, it's a corporate gig. Oh, it's copyright. Oh, you're not allowed due to insurance and all the rest of it. You've got content creator teams that are going to market your product for free, for zero, for zilch. SE Dons, fantastic following. B2R, great following. JR Twins, great following. And then other people, Profetico Madrid as well. Why are you not allowing these teams to film for free? It's free marketing. And this is where I think like some of these goals and power leagues are a bit behind in the times, because you can't just solely rely on, you know, your league manager that's going to come out for like 2 minutes with his mobile phone, capture a goal or two, and that's it. Like, these teams do this all the time. Like, imagine if I went down there now, didn't have nothing on the Saturday, and I got there and people said, oh, I can't film. Would have wasted my time, would have pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie to you. So again, these big organisations that are involved within grassroots football, you need to collaborate with these teams rather than turn them away and say, no, we can't have you filming on the pitch. It makes no sense. This same thing happened last year, and I thought they would have learned from last year. Allow teams to film, allow teams to create content, allow teams to market your product. Because again, if you want this to happen again next year with a better prize, then allow teams to make content in and around this tournament and wax lyrical about it. Otherwise, there's no point having it. I'll be honest with you. Because again, now, bearing in mind that I heard that nobody was allowed to film, maybe you might see some content from JR Twins, or you might see a clip or two from Profetico Madrid from their live stream, but no one was allowed to film their whole journey from heats into semis and finals and all the rest of it now. You've just wasted an opportunity there to market your products, to market both brands, collaborating together. If we're going to go to 2026, let's start collaborating brands, Powerleague, goals, fives, whoever, and let's start actually thinking this through. I mean, there used to be loads of nationals back in the day, and now there's 1 or 2 if you're lucky. So let's consult, our DMs are open, but let's talk business and let's make it make sense. So that would be my bits of information back that if C4 or Powerleague are watching, please bear this in mind. You know, please allow teams to film, not have so many heats, you know, maybe reduce the heats down to maybe 4 or 5. A couple in London, of course, because it's such a big pool. A couple in Birmingham, a couple in Manchester, that's it. You don't need ones in Brighton and Luton where 2 teams, 1 team's are turning up. It's a waste of time, waste of energy. Do you know what I mean? Why are you wasting people's times like that? Have it on a Sunday rather than a Saturday. Bear in mind, non-league players want to play small-sided football, but they're not going to give up their £400, £500 in order to do so. And then also, if you're going to go all in, go all in. It doesn't necessarily have to be 10K, but England tickets, come on. Come on. You can do better than that. So that's my 2 cents. Again, that's just me rambling on. I think I've hit all my points, but again, if there's any more that I missed out, drop them in the comment section below. Again, it'll be interesting to get your top small-sided, 5-a-side player. Again, I'm putting my neck on the line. I'm saying Smalls. Smalls owns 2025 right now. You know, if you asked me last year, it might have been someone different. I thought Dom had a really good year last year. not necessarily with SE Dons, probably more with B2R, but we won't get into that saga again. You can watch the clips back. But I would say Smalls' year is this year, and with Powerleague around the corner, it could be cemented. There's one more tournament to go, another Turbo Arms tournament, so again, that could be either fully cemented as being Smalls' year, or it could allow someone else to come onto the scene and make a name for themselves. But in terms of consistency, Smalls, hands down, is the player of 2025. So again, let us know your thoughts on all of that in the comment section below. And again, if I should do more Rootz Reacts or Rootz Rants on YouTube or wherever you watch my sort of content. Anyway, that's enough for me rambling on. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in a bit. Peace.